Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I am doing a layout for Hip Kit Club and I'm working with the April 2024 kits. And I thought it would be really fun to include the Spring Posies cut file from the April cut file pack. Off camera, I went ahead and backed the cut file with papers from the Pocket Life kit. I love using smaller patterns to back cut files with, and all of the Pocket Life papers they're the same patterns that you get in the main kit, but they are just smaller prints. They're perfect for backing cut files. I went through the embellishments from the main kit and the embellishment kit and picked out some that I wanted to use on this layout. So you're going to see me just pop these in, all of these embellishments in here and there. There's a pack of florals that are so beautiful, and I pulled 3 large florals out from that pack to kind of just go ahead and fill out that cut file just a little bit more. I'm not sure exactly how wide all of my pieces are going to be when I get through gluing them together. That's why I'm attaching them to each other first before I glue anything to the background page, because I want to make sure that all of my pieces are relatively centered within the page, at least having the same amount on the left and the right of it. It's going to kind of end up not exactly centered from top to bottom, but I wanted the whole piece to be centered left to right. So I'm gluing all of the pieces together so I can move it around as one large piece once I get that done. So each month, Kimberly releases a new set of dies, usually several different ones that can all be purchased separately. And one of the dies that she had this month is this film strip. And I think that the film strip is one of those basic dies that should be in everybody's collection. And this one comes with 2, this large one and one smaller one. Dies and cut files have quickly become my favorite scrapbooking supply because you can never use them up. You make a purchase one time and you have it forever, and they can be used in so many different ways. It doesn't have to look the same every time. Lately, I have been gravitating towards this particular style of scrapbooking. It's basically just one large cluster in the center of the page. There was a time when I was doing a large cluster and a small cluster on my pages. I went through that phase, and now I'm going through this one large cluster in the center of the layout phase. Instead of having florals going all the way around the cluster or being the center of the cluster, I am making my florals kind of all stay to the left, and I'm putting all of my other pieces of ephemera and embellishments to the right of the photo. I think that helps actually draw the eye across the top of the photo. So these 2 pieces that I just glued down, I had pulled out because I knew I wanted to use them, but I didn't realize at the time that they were going to make a complete sentence. Never forget this great weekend. And it was a great weekend that I don't want to forget. And I decided to just use that as my title. I'm not going to add any other title on the page. That's it. This photo is of my husband Daniel and his 5 children. We were gathered together this Mother's Day weekend for for Brendan, the oldest son's gender reveal party because he is going to have a baby. And by the way, it's a boy. We're so excited. But it's difficult to get all five of these children together in one place. So when we do, we always make sure to grab a photo of it. So this layout isn't really about the gender reveal. It's just documenting the fact that we had all five of his kids together. On this layout, I have leaned in pretty heavily to the rule of three. You may have already noticed that I put three different clusters of the large florals around the cut file. I have three circular elements, the emoji and the big circle under the emoji, and the wood veneer piece to the left. I have three pieces that are horizontal with words on them. The never forget this great weekend and today was a good day. And now I'm putting three of these cursive puffy words around the page. And you'll also see in the final, I don't think I filmed this part, but those, oh, no. Okay. So those enamel dots there to the left, or enamel shapes to the left, I end up putting three of the flower shaped ones around the layout. But I do only have two strips of these scallops, which by the way are fabric and fabulous. But when they're down, it's hard to get them up, and I wasn't thinking. I stuck them down and I did not feel like pulling those red ones back up. I had already done it once with the little with the first one that I put down, and it's not easy. Now here you guys probably know by now that I really like having a border around my page. And I thought that I wanted just to draw straight lines on this one, but it didn't work. I messed it up. So I decided to just cut it off and mount. I think I cut off a 1/2 inch from each side, and I just mounted this onto a piece of the cardstock that comes in the cardstock kits, and I used the back side that shows the wood grain, and I love it. But that wraps up another layout for the Hip Kit Club. Thank you all so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe and leave me a comment, even if it's just to say hi. I love chatting with you guys. Thanks again, everyone. I hope you all have a lovely, crafty day. Bye-bye.